Welcome to Easy 3 Sport Production. I'm your host, Suttles, and before we get started, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that sub button. Make sure you click that like. It costs you absolutely nothing to do. Make sure you turn on your bell notification so you can stay up to date with all this fire giant content. And make sure you put your comments in the comment section. I want to hear what y'all got to say about this particular subject. So without further ado, let's get it. So today we will be doing a little bit of draft talk. There is a lot going on in the mock draft world, and as the draft is fastly approaching, we need to see who is going to fall to us, who are we going to get, where's our priority, are we going best player available, are we going with need. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and we won't be getting them into the draft. But while that time is coming, it's a lot of fun to look at all these mock drafts and see exactly what we may potentially be getting. But the consensus of what I've been seeing at the number 5 and number 7, haven't seen any trades or anything of that nature. I haven't seen, anybody really saying that, the Giants are going to trade out of that position. But for the number 5, been seeing a lot of Ekwonu or Evan Neal. Now, Ekwonu, I'm very high on. I like his nastiness. I like the way that he blocks. He does have some deficiencies. He does get a little off balance at some points, but he has the athleticism to really make up for what he is lacking. And I believe that he fits just perfect with the Giants' offensive line and the way that they are going. We stick him at right tackle, and then we really got some studs on the outside. And like I said, I love his nastiness and I love what he brings to the game. Now, Evan Neal, he is so high on boards because of his measurables. He's around 6'7", 330 plus pounds, and he can move real fluently. My concern with him is what I've been saying before, is the fundamentals. I don't see that he has the hand techniques. I don't see that he has the fundamentals that an offensive lineman needs to really be that guy when it comes to the offensive line. And he's a big boom or bust type player. Yes, he played at Alabama, but for the 3 years that he played at Alabama, he played at all 3 different positions. Now, that is versatility, but at the end of the day, he doesn't have a stable position. He played at left tackle, he played at guard, and he also played at right tackle. Now, when we're getting him, we would be sticking him on that right side, but for me in particular, I know Evan Neal, he is a big boomer bust guy. A lot of people love him because they can see the potential of him really being an all-pro. But I don't see the fundamentals. The footwork isn't there. The fundamentals isn't there. When it comes to pass blocking, he struggles. He is dominant when it comes to run blocking because, of course, of his height and his girth and because of his long arms. But I think when he goes up against elite competition in the NFL, it's going to be problematic. Now, that's just my opinion. Now, if we do get him at 5, I'm not going to be rooting against him. I will be rooting for him, but this is what I've seen on tape so far to lead me to what I am basically, my opinion of Evan Neal. And at number 7, it's been a lot of controversy because of our defensive coordinator and the defensive scheme that he runs. He doesn't really prioritize edge rushers as he does with cornerbacks. So a lot of people has been mocking us with Sauce Gardner. For me, Sauce Gardner, I don't believe that he is a top 10 cornerback. I do believe if you was to get him within the 12 to 17 round, that the 12 to 17 selection, that will be a great pickup. But as for me, drafting him that high, I feel like is a reach. I understand that he emerged as the top cornerback after Stingley's injury, but seeing what he did at Cincinnati, which was pretty good, it still doesn't fit Wink Martindale's system. Like, Wink Martindale runs a lot of cover 0, cover 1, where you're on an island by yourself. When Sauce Gardner was on an island by himself, he didn't fare too well because he's a good press corner, but he's not a man corner. He's a zone cover guy. Now, he has some good pickup speed and he has long arms, so he has the measurables to be a great cornerback. Do not get me wrong, but he is definitely going to have his struggles when he comes into the NFL. Now, when it comes to the Giants, it's a little bit different because playing in New York, you get that pressure. You don't know if this kid is going to fold under the pressure, or you don't know if he's just gonna put his head down, keep working hard, and do what he's going to do when he's getting criticized. Because he's going to get criticized. Because we can just remember what happened with DeAndre Baker. DeAndre Baker was getting criticized like crazy when he was getting beat for touchdowns week in and week out. And I believe that will be kind of the same thing that Sauce would go through. Now, I do believe that he can be a good player, but as for an instant impact, we would really have to wait, I would believe, at least 3 years to see Sauce Gardner really take off to his full potential. Now, as fans, if you feel like waiting 3 years to see what this guy can really do and become an all-pro corner, become a shutdown corner, then by all means go ahead and draft him. But I just don't see it. I think he's more towards the future. And at the end of the day, he was mocked to us a lot because we believe that we're going to get rid of James Bradberry. And it's looking right now that it's two things that's either going to happen. Either Bradberry is going to get traded on draft night, or they're going to extend him on a team-friendly contract. So we really don't know what's going to happen with James Bradberry, and that's going to be one of the biggest reveals to see what we're going to do with that number 7 pick. But the consensus number 7 pick that I've been seeing through all the mock drafts and all the fans, because Kayvon Thibodeaux is dropping like a hot potato. They are questioning basically his work ethic. They have a lot of questions about Kayvon, and he's real laid back. He understands the limelight, and he just believes that he is the best player in this draft. Now, he is the best pure edge rusher in this draft. That's what I do believe, and if we was to get him, I really extremely like this pick, because getting somebody who was mocked, if you look at it probably 2 years ago, as being the number 1 overall pick, and then at the beginning of this process he was mocked at number 2, number 3, and then he just falls down to 7 to you, and that is a position of need. We have not had that since our Super Bowl days. This is what we need. We need that stud on the outside who's going to command the attention and make sure that the quarterback either steps up in the pocket so that Ojulari could really go off, and or if Leonard Williams could really go off. Kayvon Thibodeaux will make an instant impact on this defense. It doesn't matter if Wink really doesn't prioritize edge rushers. That won't matter, because the pure talent from this kid, his burst of speed, his pass moves, the versatility that he has, he will make the huge impact, and you will see our sack numbers begin to go up, the pressure numbers begin to go up, and Azeez Ojulari, especially, you will see him, and you will see his numbers creep up. He had 8 sacks last year. On the other side of Kayvon, I believe he will have like a 12 to 16 sack season, because that's how good Ojulari is, and then that's the kind of command that Kayvon will legitimately bring to this defense. He will have kind of the impact that I seen Michael Parsons have on the Dallas Cowboys. That's where he can really bring this defense to about. But those are the ones that I'm really seeing with the consensus of the number 5 and the number 7 pick. I want to hear what you want to think. Who do you really want? Do you want Neal, or do you want Ekwonu? Do you want Sauce Gardner, or do you want Kayvon? Is there somebody else that's out there that you would like to pick up at 5 and 7? Now, I don't think that we're going to trade back. It may be an opportunity for us to do so. I don't believe that we are, but if we do you want to trade back? Let me know in the comment section, and until next time, I'm out.